If you're thinking about moving to Mount Dora, let me save you from making the assumptions I hear all the time from buyers who are relocating from bigger cities. Today, I'm breaking down 5 things people get totally wrong about this charming little town in Central Florida, and I'm backing it up with actual data and insights, so let's get to it. I'm Riley, your Mount Dora realtor. I release videos each week about life and real estate here, so whether you're moving in 3 weeks or 3 months, book a call with me in the description box below, and let's talk about your move, but let's get to it. Now, this one might be the most common, and look, I get why people think this. Mount Dora has a reputation for being quiet, charming town with palm-lined streets and golf carts, and we do have amazing 55 and up communities like the lakes in Mount Dora, but that is not the whole story anymore. A lot of my migration data shows that over 60% of Mount Dora's home search traffic is inbound, and the top cities that people are moving from are still the same. So New York, Miami, but now we're seeing DC, Chicago, Seattle, San Francisco. So these are not your retirees looking to golf 5 days a week necessarily. Many are remote workers or families with school-aged kids and professionals who are just done with traffic and high density and high costs. I have helped couples in their 30s trade a 1-bedroom apartment in Queens for a single family home here with space and a yard and no parking stress. So this town is really evolving, and the buyer profile is a lot more diverse than you might think. I always say that if you're bored in Mount Dora, you are not paying attention. We are literally known as Festival City, and it's not just a nickname. We have over 30 festivals and community events happening here every year, and those are just the ones sponsored by the local chamber. So we have the Mount Dora Arts Festival, the Plant and Garden Festival, the Craft Fair, Scottish Highland Games. And even just outside of events, downtown is buzzing most weekends. We have live music, farmers markets, wine strolls, food trucks, great spots for a brunch, for coffee, for craft beer, antiquing. Anything you could want here, you name it and we have it. And not to mention, we have so much growth happening in the area. Just in terms of dining, we're getting some big names like Mission Barbecue and Texas Roadhouse. We're getting a second Chick-fil-A. And so whether you like to read or to eat or to shop or to fish, I guarantee you there is something for you here in Mount Dora. Now, this one is for my city folks. Yes, Mount Dora feels like a world away from the hustle and bustle, but that does not mean you are isolated. We're about 40 minutes to downtown Orlando, about 50 minutes from the MCO airport, and just about an hour to the beach or to Disney World. So you are certainly not in the middle of nowhere, but you're tucked away in the good kind of quiet. And the trade-off is you get the space, you get the nature, less traffic. It is nice and quiet out here. Buyers from LA or Seattle, even Tampa, come here for that exact reason. They want that, small town, quiet lifestyle without giving up the convenience of being close to everything that you need. So if you're a remote worker or you're only commuting a few times a week, Mount Dora gives you a nice home base without the burnout. And the data backs this up too. There's inbound traffic that's coming from major metros where burnout and costs are sky high. Now, this myth usually comes from people who saw prices jump up in 2020 to 2022 and think they've missed the boat, which is just absolutely not the case. Yes, prices have gone up a little bit. Demand from people moving here from Boston, DC, LA has pushed values up a little bit, but that does not mean by any means that it's unaffordable. Compared to markets like Winter Garden or Lake Nona or even parts of Claremont, Mount Dora is still way more attainable per square foot, and especially when you factor in quality of life. So you'll find a range of homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths for $300,000, new builds with community pools and trails between $300,000 and $500,000, historic homes between $300,000 and $600,000. And here's the thing, people moving from cities with $900,000 starter homes often feel like you're upgrading everything. Space, pace, lifestyle for a lot less. And because I look at the numbers every day, I can tell you we are far more affordable in our little sliver of Lake County than you will find just about anywhere in Orange County. This one can be tricky. People often associate a quiet town with a retirement lifestyle, but I work with buyers every day who are moving here not to slow down, but to build a different kind of life. And I can attest to that myself. My family and I moved to the Mount Dora area about 5 years ago from Winter Garden, and I was working at Disney World and going to school sort of in the heart of Orlando, but it started to get so crowded. What once was a really nice small town with a lot of great accessibility turned into a suburb where everyone wanted to live. Traffic got bad, it was taking far too long to get anywhere, and so we made the decision to move out here to Lake County. And I love it here. It is quiet and it allows for a change of pace. My career can often be really demanding in terms of my time, but what I love is that when I head home at the end of the day, I have space and peace and quiet to rest. And I think that's what draws a lot of people to Mount Dora and to Eustis and to Mary's, is the quiet. And yes, you have to plan ahead a little bit to get to downtown Orlando or, to Sam's Club. But in return, you come home to a sweet and a welcoming small town with peace and quiet at the end of the day, which, you're trading your hustle and bustle for something a little bit. So those are the 5 big myths about Mount Dora. So if you're researching your move, it's easy to go off of all the assumptions, but the reality is the town is growing and it's changing. It might just be exactly what you're looking for. So I have videos on neighborhoods, on cost of living, on 55 and up communities, local market updates, anything you could think of. So take a look around while you're here. When you're ready to talk about your move, I'm just a call away. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.